For cheap and reliable Madden 21 Ultimate Team coins, check out EasyMut.com and use code SPORTS for 5% off your entire order. What's up guys, Duke back here from SportsGamers.com. Today's Madden 21 tip, I want to break down possibly the best play in the entire game. This is a really explosive passing play with a very unique route. You can attack any defense you face, whether it's man, zone, the blitz, with ease. So a lot of pros this year run the gun trips tight end because it's one of the best passing formations, really one of the best formations overall in the game. Definitely say it's the top 2 to 3 formation in the game. And we're going to be looking at it, I believe, we're going to be looking at it in this video from the Patriots playbook. But, I mean, you can find it in several playbooks. It's not just limited to the Patriots book. The Raiders playbook with it is also very popular as well. I personally love it a lot because in the Patriots playbook, because of just other formations you can audible to with the 3 receivers. If you guys want to check out our New England offensive guide, I'm going to link it for you guys, pin it in the comments. It's really, really good. It's on sportsgamers.com. It's the best offense in the game. Highly recommended. So the play I'm going to look at is curl flat. Now, when running this play, you really want to have a tight end that's elite. If you have a fast tight end that meets the 90-plus route running, you're definitely going to see, a difference in the way this play works. But, I mean, Kittle, as is, he's very effective with it as well. If you go look at his stats, we're going to do that real quick, and we're going to have to do some subs here. But Kittle does not meet the route running. He is reasonably fast for a tight end. So you're going to see how it kind of works with someone who's not completely meeting what we ideally would want. You guys can see here, he has 88 speed, which is really good. However, if you go to his route running, you guys can see he doesn't have any, he does not have anything over 90 deep and medium, which is really what we focus on, are 83 and 75. So, we don't necessarily have the route running to get that extra separation and just, let's run a bit smoother. However, it does, it's still going to work even with someone who isn't perfect. So the play is going to be, like I said, the curl flat. And I want to first break this down against man-to-man defense. Still, man-to-man is extremely common this year. You need to know how to beat it. So before we go any further, guys, I just want to remind you that if you're enjoying the content, make sure you subscribe to the channel, especially if you're new. We do a lot of great content each and every day. You're going to want to turn your notifications on. That way you won't miss out on videos. And smash that like button if you're really rocking me. The support does help out a lot. Now, in this video, we're going to be breaking down Kittle's route. But this play is way more to it than just what we got going on with Kittle. So we're going to go ahead and we want to smart route his route. This turns his corner route into more of a slant out type route. If you played Madden years ago, you would remember that we used to be able to hot route slant outs. They kind of took that away. Now you can't do that anymore. But this year, when you smart route certain types of routes, you can still kind of get the same effect. Now, this is really good because it's going to not only destroy man-to-man coverage, but if you go ahead in here and put the receiver that's on the post route, if we put them on a drag, now we're going to have that extra read against zone 2. So if they try to, drop back with some, curl flats or cloud flats that take away the tight end route, we can hit the drag route underneath it. We still have the angle route out of the backfield. And then backside, we have that curl flat combo, which is extremely effective. Works against man and zone if you lowball the curl. So let's just get into the play now and look at all the reads. So like I said, first and foremost, the tight end. The tight end, he's going to get great separation against man-to-man coverage. As you guys can see the replay there. Easily beat his man. And again, Kittle's a great tight end and all, but he does not have that route running threshold that you will see a lot of the tight ends, if you play MUT, people use. Pretty much everyone has it. So you're going to see even more separation than we had here. But still, at the end of the day, as you guys can see here, we were able to get enough to where we were able to click on and get that easy possession catch animation to make sure we were able to hold on to this ball. Now, that's something that's going to work every time against man-to-man. You're going to have to play that yourself. You could have a purple zone drop in the same area. If you do that, obviously the middle of the field is going to be more vulnerable. Now, the great thing I like about this play, though, is as you guys can see, the running back out of the backfield is also easy read against man-to-man. Most people are going to have backfield master on their running back so that, those reads, as you guys see there, are even easier against man-to-man. And, you're going to get more separation. You can lowball that curl. That's an easy read, too. So The drag potentially could beat man-to-man, but if you really want to have even another man-to-man beater, you could just leave him on the post that he's already on. Those routes tend to get really good separation against man-to-man. Too, as you see, we got a weird dive catch animation, but that's something that we can throw very consistently. Now, if you talk about zone, that's why we have these other reads on the play, because if someone's going to play, let's say they play cover 2, right? And the cloud flat gets, kind of covers that out, or the slant out type route reasonably well. You want to have something to attack underneath, and that's why we have the drag. So here we're going to look at Tampa 2. You guys can see that, at the end of the day, that cloud flat, he's covering that reasonably well. So we're going to have to check down to hit the drag. Now, we didn't even turn our zone drops on there, but say we did, and you would see a 10 or so yard drag, it's going to get a lot more yards after the catch. Obviously we can hit the flat on the other side. We still have the curl flat, and we still have the running back over the middle of the field too. Making this a really, really easy play to attack zone coverage with. As you guys can see here, the running back is wide open as well. It's just a lot of good reads going on here. This play right here is super, super, super nice, super, super effective, guys. Now, if you talk about cover 3 or cover 4, those are the types of zones that we can still hit that tight end. That tight end is still going to be a huge problem. We can start with cover 4, and then we can look at cover 3. But basically, unless you adjust your zone drops to get the purple zones or the flat zones or whatever you may have playing that route, just by default, like you guys can see here, if we have a hard flat or something, they're not going to play it. So it's going to get open on that deep, open on the deep zone on the sideline, just an easy possession catch each and every time. Now, purple zones, again, it kind of depends upon the zone drop. So if we just leave the purples, like here, if we leave purple zones, again, it kind of just depends upon how they've adjusted their zone drop. As you guys can see here, like, generally speaking, unless they do adjust it, it's going to get behind it pretty easily. Now, that's the same thing for cover 3. Cover any zone that is deep zone based, on the outside corners and not like a cover 2. That deep zone's not going to be able to play it. So then it just all becomes about, who is going to, who's going to drop underneath it, if anybody. So if you look at cover 3 sky, again, we're going to baseline it this time. We're going to be able to get this open. Now, again, the reason why I do have the drag is just in case that they do use zone drops or have a zone adjustment, that zone defender does play it. I want to make sure I have that easy read. As you guys can see, it's open right there for the completion. But I want to make sure I have that easy read underneath in the drag route. So, play that same defense this time. We're going to go ahead and on the curl flats, we're going to drop them around 20. That's going to do a little bit better job. Like, that's going to make throwing this ball a little bit more challenging for us. And, that is going to allow us to hit the drag underneath. So, take a look here. You guys can see same adjustments. Just go ahead, smart right the tight end and throw the drag out. You guys can see, he's sitting right there to take away that tight end. I just hit the drag. And that's easy yardage. You guys might say, well, you're just throwing a drag. But that's the beauty of this game, is the flats and short routes, especially if people have zone drops on, really are effective. As you guys can see here, I'm able to turn just a short catch into a big gain, right? So that's why I like this. Is it's not just about hitting the tight end or any just one singular player on this play. There's all sorts of other reads you do have, and it's the same thing on the other side of the field, guys. Don't forget, we have the curl flat. We have the running back out of the backfield. I'm just focused right now a lot on the tight end and the drag to show you how well those two reads work together. But again, you see them dropping back in their zones, just throw it in the flat. Maybe someone's going to use her in the middle of the field. We'll do that here. So they're going to use her in the middle of the field. They're going to play a hard flat to take away the drag, and then they're going to go ahead and use her that tight end, right? Pretty common type of adjustment someone might do, right? So you do that. And then you hit the running back out of the backfield, because if they're going to take their user out the middle, the running back, you always have to worry about that running back. He gets open on man or zone. And at the same time, guys, if you want to just, say, well, like, okay, we're just going to blitz, some extra defenders, try to speed up your reads, that's not going to make a difference either, because, again, we have quick reads on this play over the middle, in the flat. And even the tight end is relatively quick, because we did smart route his route. Remember that. That's a very important thing to remember. So, hope you guys enjoyed this tip. I really feel like the trips tight end is a great formation this year, and this is arguably the best play in the game. There's several setups to it. Again, guys, if you want to get the full New England offensive scheme, check out sportsgamers.com. I will link it to you. Best offense in the game, hands down.